to the Winds of Jupiter 2018 yearly tarot reading. Now it's hard to believe we're transitioning into 2018 already. And then last August we had that spectacular total solar eclipse. And I know it's still ringing through the earth and definitely resonating through our bodies yet. Now you received an excellent spread for 2018. If you notice, the 3 cards on the right are your future cards, and you received all aces. Now that's spectacular. It's unheard of. I don't think I've ever done that before. But I'm going to digress. I'm going to be doing my 7-card chakra point spread. There's 7 main cards, and it's accompanied by clarification cards. And each one represents a chakra point on the body. And the cards on the left are your past, and the cards on the right are your future. Now the cards right next to the past cards on the bottom is the base of your spine. And this is your experiences from past lives, childhood, all the way up to the present, and how you think about them. Now the cards above that are the sacrum or pelvic for spiritual awakening and growth of all kinds. And the cards above that are the solar plexus for feeling and sensing. This is where the gut feelings kick in. Now this pillar of cards represents the unconscious inner self. Now the cards in the center are the heart of the matter. And now the cards on the bottom right are for your throat, for communicating and teaching. And above that is your third eye, for envisioning and enlightenment. And above that is the crown, for knowing and understanding. Now this pillar of cards is your conscious foreself. Now the symbolist Carl Jung believed that our unconscious inner self wasn't talking to our conscious foreself, and that's why the shadow self surfaces. But let's see what's going on in your spread here. Let's see if we can get the unconscious to talk to the conscious. Over there in the past, you received the Knight of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Now both represent conflict. And if you're going to get crappy cards, you might as well get it in the past. You know, the energy that the Knight of Swords brings is aggression. Rushing around, not thinking through things. And this could represent a Libra, Gemini, Aquarian, or somebody that has those type of personas. But this impetuousness is really having you acting out some things. And people aren't agreeing with each other. I think this Knight actually brings conflict to him. He has an affinity for conflict. And it's not surprising that the 5 of Wands, the conflict card, is conjoining him. But a lot of times, you know, this 5 of Wands is not only an exterior conflict, it's an interior one. You're struggling inside. You're struggling within yourself about different things. Now, there's some redeeming features about the Knight of Swords. He's probably the brainiac of the deck, which is quite surprising. He can be clever and very intellectual. That is, if he's not rushing around and kicking dust in your eyes and you wondering why is so much havoc being wreaked around your life. And you might be doing it, or it might be somebody doing it to you. But things are changing, because down there at the base of your spine, you receive the 10 of Cups and the Emperor. Now the 10 of Cups is a happiness card. It's a glimpse of heaven over the Rainbow of Cups. This is definitely happiness for family and friends. There's some congeniality involved in this. And it's more like a teamwork card. Everybody's got to really kind of support each other and not take each other for granted. And the reason that this is happening is because you have the Emperor there. And he's the man that takes control. He has to run his empire, so he makes rules and regulations. He's about organization and structure. He makes his decisions with logic, not emotions. And when his presence comes in, he's saying, yeah, you have to take control of your life. Get a grip. It's time to set boundaries with people and let people know what they can and can't do and have them singing on the same page of music. Now the cards up above for your sacrum and pelvic, for your spiritual awakening and growth of all kinds, you receive the Three of Pentacles and the Star card. Now I call the Three of Pentacles the Architect card because it's about building. But normally this card requires cooperation with other people. You know, it's not a cast of thousands like a Ben-Hur movie, but there's people there to either support you with your project or work with you in the project. And 3 is the number of creation. You're taking 2 forces and making a third, so you're building something. And the Star card agrees with that, because that card's about hope and healing, orienting yourself in what direction your life should go. Dante found his way out of the inferno of hell with the Star. It is about taking your ship and finding a safe mooring in a harbor. This card is about enlightenment, understanding, clarity. But it's just a promise. You know, it's up to you to make the right decisions to go in the right direction. Now the cards up above for your solar plexus for sensing and feeling. You're feeling pretty good, kind of, because you received the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. Now the 9 of Pentacles is a card about luxury, contentment, happiness, just like the 10 of Cups is. You know, you've paid your dues, you've sacrificed, you've done all the hard work, and now you have some free time to enjoy it. You have the money, perhaps, to enjoy it, or else you're just feeling comfortable and safe enough, and your wants are actually being taken care of. But you know, money doesn't always bring happiness. The 5 of Cups is about despair, depression, disappointment. You know, there's some pessimistic views on things where the cup is half empty instead of half full. Now, there's always a bridge in the background in these cards, and it's from you to go from the past to the future, to a future of happiness that you can have if you make the right decisions, if you decide to go over that bridge. That's really up to you, but the number 5 is the card of obstacles and barriers. But things look pretty good in the heart of the matter because you receive the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is kind of like a rushing around kind of card like the Knight of Swords was. But he brings in ideas, news, messages, and ambition. And that's good to have when it's conjoined with the Ace of Cups, because you're now giving a promise of a new beginning to manifest more deep-seated emotional relationships with people. And this card can actually also indicate more career success. But any ace is just a promise, just like the Star card is a promise too. So it looks like you've got some decisions to make about where you want to go in life. You're given some new beginnings. And now it's time to make some decisions of what you want to do. What's your purpose in life? What will make you happy or continue to make you happy? And down on the bottom right, you receive the Queen of Cups and the 10 of Swords. So there's a little problem here. The 10 of Swords is a disloyalty card, betrayal, heartbreak. Something just didn't work out right. You're not feeling very good about it. But with the 10, it's saying it's an ending, a new beginning. And there's people helping you through this because you received the Queen of Cups. This is really a supportive card, nurturing. And it's also about intuition and dreams. Recognizing them. That helps you through hard times. But this card is also connected to the Ace of Cups. You've got a new beginning going on here. And so don't blow it. You know, don't get some emotional baggage going here where you can't go forward because you have the 10 of Swords. Don't let yourself stagnate and spin your wheels. You got to move forward. But then again, you've got the 4 of Swords and the Page of Cups up above for your third eye. And the Four of Swords is a timeout card. You're not feeling very good about things, and you've got to rethink things. So evidently this Ten of Swords thing hit you pretty hard. You're going to have to recoup. This is a restoration card. You know, you're convalescing from some big hurt. But it's conjoined with the Page of Cups, and it's saying that you had some unrealistic expectations in love. Because the Page is about fantasy land. You know, either he's got his head in the clouds because he's fallen in love, or he's just in the depths of depression because of unrequited love. He has a hard time controlling his emotions. And this is what the Four of Swords is warning you about, is that you're going into a timeout to start controlling your emotions and your thoughts. Because you've got some really immature energy. You've got a Page in the heart of the matter. In the past, you have the Knight of Swords. So there was kind of some racing around and not thinking through things adequately. Now the cards up above for your crown, you receive the Seven of Wands and the Two of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands is saying there's still a little bit of conflict going on. You're defending yourself. Your beliefs are what you're planning on doing next, and people aren't agreeing with you. And the Two of Wands is a card about planning, decision, balance, and partnership. And maybe this Seven of Wands is telling the Two of Wands that you have to sit back and kind of rethink things over again. Maybe your original plans had some flaws in it and you didn't think through everything. I think that was the problem in the past, is not thinking through. And that had caused even more conflict. Because really the Seven of Wands isn't a heavy-duty conflict card. But you are representing yourself and pushing people back. But now here it appears you're going to be making some good decisions, because the future cards are the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. My goodness. So you've received all four aces in this spread. You've got the Ace of Cups in the heart of the matter. And this is for your emotional well-being. And you have the Ace of Pentacles for financial security, for a promise of new beginnings for financial security. And this can say there can be some eclipsing struggles with finances. And that you can have some better health as well and well-being. Now the Ace of Swords says it was a hard way to get here. It was a hard road to get to where you're at right now. And this is a victory card. So some good things are coming. And the Ace of Wands, well, that's more spiritual. It's like the cosmos is giving you a green light for a new beginning. What that's going to be, though, is really up to you. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.